Hi, this is Jeff Kresge of the Jamestown Public Schools. I'm one of the district's tech integrators, and I'm going to show you how to edit a PDF in Google Classroom. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch our Google Classroom app, and when we do, we'll choose the class that we want to. So I'll choose Mr. Peterson's class, and then I'm going to go to classwork down at the bottom. When I do, I see a bunch of options for me that I can tackle. So I'm going to go to this word wall vocabulary list, and I note that Mr. Peterson shared a PDF with me. So I'm going to open up that PDF, and you'll notice that in the top right hand side I've got three icons. I've got a paper with a magnifying glass, an export or a Sharerow, and then I've got an open in Google arrow on the right hand side. I'm going to hit that middle arrow, and if I do, it's going to give me something called MarkUp. MarkUp is my editing tool, so I'm going to go ahead and hit MarkUp, and you'll notice that on the bottom of the screen the tools show up. You'll also notice that I cannot currently scroll on my screen. To scroll, I'm going to hit the ellipsis, those three dots, and then when draw with finger is selected, I'm going to turn that off, and now it's going to allow me to click and drag around my screen. So when I see something that I want to highlight, I'm going to have to go ahead and click that ellipsis and click draw with finger. Now I've got my drawing tools down at the bottom of the screen, so my highlighter is on. I'm going to turn my highlighter, I'm going to make it nice and bold so I can see it, and I want to make sure it pops out, so I'm going to, in red, highlight humanism. And then I'm going to click a different tool. I'm going to click my blue tool, my blue writing tool, make it a little bit darker. And when I do, it's a crayon tool. What I'll do is I'm going to change the width, and I'm going to circle the word Renaissance. So circle the word Renaissance, and then I'm going to give myself a note. So I'm going to look up. Now, I've got my edited PDF document. Now remember, if I want to move again to, like, say, page 3, I can just click on page 3 on the left-hand side. But again, not all of my things are there, so I'm going to turn draw with finger off so I can scroll again, and I can scroll down to Martin Luther and King Henry VIII. Let's say that I'm done with my document, and what I want to do is I want to export this document, this completed edited document, including all of my changes, my scrolling tool on, my changes are still there. I'm going to export this to Mr. Peterson. I'm going to use my export, my Sharerow, and I'm going to hit my Sharerow. Google Classroom does appear for me, so I'm going to go ahead and click it. And now it might take a second, but all of my classrooms will show up. It puts me in a classroom. So right now, I'm in ELA 10-minute tryouts. That's not where I want to be. That's not the classroom. That's not Mr. Peterson. So if I click this right arrow, it will show me all of the classes that I'm in. So then what I want to do is just go ahead and find the class that I want to share it with. And then there's Global 1. I want to click Global 1. And I'm going to attach to assignment. All of the assignments show up. I'll just choose the assignment that I want to attach it to, so Friday Unit 2 project, and then it will load up, and then I'm going to click Mark as Done. When I click Mark as Done, it will appear and it should be all set. So now, as you'll see, if I wait patiently, my PDF will show up, and if I click on it just to make sure that it's there, you'll notice that my edited changes are there, and I can go ahead and click Turn In, and then it will appear for Mr. Peterson. So that, my friends, is how you edit a PDF and then turn it in Google Classroom.